Okay.
Relax. This, how do you feel?
I feel good. I feel a little bit nervous actually because I have the humongous task here of maybe answering some questions about YIP, and I want to do that task as good as I can.
What is YIP for you right
YIP,
now?
Right now, yeah, that's good that you say that because it constantly changes what YIP is for me and what I think it means. But YIP for me is really it's one of the few dozen educational institutions around the world who take the courage to say, our educational systems are not what they are supposed to be. Our educational systems are not answering the needs that we see in the world right now. And even though we don't know that we have the perfect answer, we take the courage to try and do something differently. And we do it, and we see if it works, and if it doesn't work, we adapt it. But the commitment that we have here is that we want to figure out what kind of educational forms are needed to serve the times that we are living in today. So that's what YIP, that's one of the many ways I would describe what YIP is for me. Yeah.
What would you like to see in the education systems? Like you being mainly outside of the system, how would you like to? Which development would you like really ask for? Or
Well, one of the main things that I think would be important is to bring focus back to the people in education. Often what we see in education is that there's some kind of knowledge that we think needs to be transferred to the student, but there's really no attention that is given to the student themselves and the development of the student. So the student and the thing that they are learning about, or the student and the thing that they are supposed to be working on later in their career life, there's a disconnection between those two. And what I would like to, or one of the developments that I see would be necessary in education is that the student and the subject that they are learning are more integrated again, or that there's some kind of a connection between the student and the thing he is learning about, some kind of a love or a real deep interest for the subject that they are learning.
what do you think about EoT12? How did you really see? I mean,
I think it's a fantastic initiative, and I'll tell you why. The reason that I really support EoT12 is that people traveling physically from one place to another, from one school to another, they actually do a very important task by deepening the connections that happen between these different schools. Because what you can see now is that the kind of progressive or alternative schools, they're starting to pop up in different places around the world out of a similar impulse, and there are similarities between them, and there are also, of course, differences between them. But each time someone physically travels between the different schools, that connection is deepened, and the field of the creative energy that is going on there expands each time someone does that. So you guys are doing a really important job.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.